What fact is common knowledge to people who work in your field, but almost unknown to the rest of the population? If you're putting in new carpet, always go top shelf with the pad. The increase in cost is negligible and the upgrade to feel, usability and endurance of the rug on top will be way better dollar to value ratio than spending on the carpet itself. 8 pounds memory foam is maybe $2 a yard more than trash apartment grade stuff, but 10 times better underfoot. Go for the cheapest carpet you can stand. Remember, you aren't going to be running your fingers through your house's carpet for more than 3 days after it's installed, and put the best damn pad money can buy under it. You'll spend less and it'll feel like you bought $50 a yard carpet. Your eyes and mouth don't stay shut when you're dead. Somebody, me, has to shut them to make a deceased person look more presentable. Drowning is silent. I pulled out a kid literally less than a foot away from a large group of adults and not one of them noticed that his head was totally submerged and that he was struggling. More people die in lifeboat drills than they do in any other marine incidents. You cannot go from having black hair to silver or platinum blonde in one sitting. It takes multiple, and 9 times out of 10, your hair is fried beyond repair by the end of it. Kim Kardashian or whoever you pinned on your Pinterest page or Instagram is wearing a wig. There is a period of time every year that in the US, the Department of Transportation pulls over any and every truck that they can. During this period many trucking companies take vacation time, as the potential hassle is not worth the money made during this time. Just because a disabled child/person is nonverbal, that doesn't necessarily mean they can't understand everything you're saying. It's crazy how often I have to tell my own staff to watch what they're saying. These kids still get embarrassed or upset if you talk about the massive shit they just took right in front of the whole class. Edit, never thought I'd be saying this, but thank you for the gold kind stranger. The conversation this has caused has been amazing. I've loved reading through the replies and threads, and some of your stories have been really heartwarming. Thanks for making my day, Reddit. Potential cancer cells develop in the human body every day and our immune system efficiently kills them without any trouble, and we just go on living our lives like nothing ever happened. Edit. Potential was added to clear up terminology. Many of the cells the immune system eliminates may not have progressed to the point where they could cause disease, and there are many other mechanisms through which the body curbs cancer development. The maximum spacing between spindles in a railing is 4 because that's the average size of a baby's head. Most building officials will carry a force sphere with them when doing inspections on new construction. Being a civil attorney, we almost never go to jury trial, and the job can be unbelievably boring. Not my current field, but when I worked at Starbucks not a lot of people understood that a larger espresso drink does not always equals more caffeine. A tall drink has 1 shot, grande has 2, and a venti also has 2, unless it's iced and then it gets a 3rd shot. So many times customers would order a grande latte and say, you know what, you'd better make that a venti, I can use the extra caffeine, when in fact the larger size is just more diluted with milk. If you are looking for more caffeine, a drip coffee is going to be the most bang for your buck. Also, this seems really obvious, but a lot of people would get upset when they ordered a flavored coffee and saw that I would put syrup in it. No, coffee beans do not naturally come in caramel, vanilla, toffee nut, raspberry etc. flavor. I'm a lifeguard, so nothing special, but while training to be one I learned that nearly no drowning victims ever wake back up. They usually die. CPR only has a 10% success rate, and even then the chance that they will be a veggie for the rest of their life is something like 80%. So in reality you have about a 2% chance of ever being normal again if you drown. Moral of this story is: wear the life jacket if told to, and stop arguing with the lifeguards about how your child is a fish. An elevator will go up to the top of the hoist instead of crash to the floor in most catastrophic failures due to the counterweights. Copiers cost upwards of $7,000. Some can go for $15,000 to $20,000 depending on print speed and capacity. The toner in your printer is plastic being melted onto the paper. Neurodegenerative diseases, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, starts way before the first symptoms appears. No one wake up suddenly one day with Alzheimer's. From actual data, it seems that the disease is rampant for 10 to 15 years before the first symptoms. Some research say that you can start identifying abnormalities 20+ years before the memory loss begin. And it works for all neurodegenerative diseases. A fake. There is a surprising amount of infrastructure under your feet. You'd be surprised how much public utility runs underneath private property. Always call before you dig.